I have a
Oh,
lag. I don't know
there we
what's all
go.
that about.
It will eventually get going. What's up, everybody? This is a special edition hangout. You got your host Wiggy here. We got Cobra Stang. We got Mr. Knife Happy, and we got Mrs. Beck Smasher. We got her here with us. She's going to go over a few details about Brett's funeral. She's going to thank a few people, but we're going to go ahead and give her the floor. Hang on. Before we do that, let me tweet everything out real quick. That way we get as big an audience as we possibly can. Hang on just a second. 1 second here.
But
Y'all
even
have to bear
after
with
this
me
is done, we will.
No, not a problem at all, John.
Yeah. No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. I'm just on a camera. And
At least you have your shirt on. Earlier, Wiggy did not have a shirt on, so I thought we're doing a skinless stream. I'm like, should I
Hey,
take
you
my
got,
shirt off?
it don't matter. You draw the audience any way you can.
I guess. If Wiggy wants to go with the pepperonis, all right.
All right.
Well, according to him, they're more like chiclets now.
You gotta mute over there.
No, I don't.
Because you're hearing yourself.
I've done muted it.
Okay, whatever.
Oh my God! Don't
You
tell me.
guys are still married.
Don't tell me how to
Still
do
married.
this.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me do this. Okay, Jen, you have the floor.
okay, so I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has donated and shared the GoFundMe account. Our family so much appreciates it. Just the love and support from everybody. It just really puts life in perspective when you're going through something like this. And I really appreciate it from everybody. And Brett's funeral will be on Sunday at 12. It's going to be at Morgan's Funeral Home. I don't know the exact address, but it's on Trouble Creek in Newport Richey. You know, you can, you know, in lieu of everything, my husband hated flowers. So we are not doing flowers.
Yes.
So he loved my garden, though, but I think he just liked it because I did it. So, you know, certainly donations to the GoFundMe account would be greatly appreciated because we still have not reached Brett's goal of what he wanted to do for me and the kids. So I appreciate everybody. You know, you guys were amazing. You know, it just really just, you know, the love and support that we've gotten from everybody is just, you know, it's really helped. You know, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Now, and just so you know, I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but for Knife Happy and myself, we're not stopping till we get to 15,000.
Not stopping.
No, no, not at all.
Where
Nope.
I mean that's something that he and I have discussed, and until we hit that number, we're not done.
I don't care how many zombie butts I gotta sculpt. You're getting 15,000.
That's right.
You know, on a side note, when I walked in the house yesterday after, you know, such a crappy day yesterday, you know, the first darn thing I saw was that freaking zombie bus sitting on my damn table, and I'm like, freaking zombie, you know, and I was like, really? That's the first thing I saw, and I was
Wow.
joking around. I was joking around with his mom today. I said, well, maybe we can have it at the funeral, and she goes, "Oh Lord."
Oh no, you have to, because
I know, he said
yeah.
he wanted it
he goes,
beside
I
his
want that right on top of my casket. Put it right there.
No, but his mom goes, it's creepy.
He
Of course
told me
it's
that.
creepy.
He told me that he wanted it next to his urn at his funeral while I was sculpting it, and I was like, whoa, fuck, no pressure. Okay, I guess I gotta sculpt the other half of your face back on. You can't have it this, you know. So that's why I just did his back, and I kept his just That tough motherfucking face.
You should have heard him. He was about to piss on himself when we were doing the live stream. He's like, "Wiggy, that's gonna fall, and I'm gonna fucking kill
Oh my god!
you."
I'm typing. I'm like, move the bus, protect the bus.
Protect the bus. And of course, I'm going.
Like, I can't. Okay. I'm like, no, the zombie bus.
Yeah, I was like, her tits are fine. He's like, no, not her bus, dick. The zombie bus.
Brett will kill you if it drops, and I will second that motion.
Even though he knows exactly how much that fucker weighs, knowing it couldn't possibly break because it's like an anchor.
Technically, it should have bounced if it hit the floor. But let's not test that, okay? Like,
when he said that he wanted his ashes in the zombie bus, I don't know if he told you this, but
yeah.
We were talking, and I said, "Are you serious? Like, really?" And he goes, "Yeah, why not?" I said, "Well, honey, not all of you's going to fit in there." I said, "There's a lot of you." You know, and I said,
Hey, look,
"You're not going to fit in there."
That's a lot of Brett.
Well, here's what you do. You just put a portion of it in there. You send the rest to Knife Happy, and he'll sprinkle him over the outside. He'll glue him to the outside, and Brett will be a different color.
No, what I said to him was, I said, "Well, you're not going to fit on there." He goes, "I know." I said, "Well, I'm just going to feed you to the fishes then." And he goes, "All right."
That's
of
right.
course, I wouldn't do that, but it was just,
You know, you don't live
that's how
that
we
far
got
from
through
Tarpon
everything.
Springs. They'll eat him up.
Yeah.
Eat him up.
No, the manatees will.
Oh, the manatee,
Yeah.
right. Well, we know how he is with manatees. I mean, Cole will tell you that he's stroking manatees and grinning the whole time.
Oh, yeah, he had a big old smile on his face when we were stroking that manatee.
Yeah.
No,
And-
he was stroking Heisenberg.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
right.
I'm like, that cat's getting more action than I am.
Yeah. And I'm
Freaking
sure you
damn
didn't
cat.
see it. But I was pointing out to everybody today, okay, when we did the live stream last night, it was a celebration for Brett. All right, this morning when I got up, I went to look at the video, and Eddie was sharing part of his screen with a picture of Brett. So whenever you go look at the thumbnail for the stream, he's right there. I mean, he's right there.
Oh my God.
It was like he was in the stream with us, and it was so awesome. It was perfect. I couldn't have planned it any better. It was like, we planned it that way, but none of us did. It just happened to work out that way.
Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Better say hi or get the fuck out, because you're already in the
Yeah,
Sorry, this is my wife.
just for the record, this is the smallest sausage fest we've had for a hangout ever. We've never had 3 women in a hangout ever. This is like a hangout orgy.
It's always been Kim and her cleavage.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'd
It's
give my-
Kim and her boobs. That's about
I was
it.
really thinking that Kim was going to get a lot more donations every time she leaned over.
I'm trying.
Well, hey,
I'm almost all the way up.
She was working
Got to
it.
get undressed.
That's right.
There's
Hey,
a $20 donation when he had a nip slip in the bathroom.
Right. Right. I knew when we were doing the stream and we went from 40 to 65. I was like, "Are your tits out?"
He turned around. He's like, "Yeah." Oh, sorry.
I was like, "Oh, it's me." "Oh no, her tits are out." What the fuck?
It's so funny because he always made me laugh, and he was laughing, up until the day before he passed. So that was good. I mean, he was shaking his little booty, and I said, "Honey, what are you shaking your booty for? You got nothing left." He was flat. He lost so much weight,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
I keep, when I think about him, Jen, I keep seeing when you and Dawn were talking and you're like, "Oh, we're going to eat the kids." And then Owen was like, "Oh, eat me, I'm fluffy." And he was like, "Oh."
Yeah, he was like, he didn't even have to say that. He goes, "Oh, God." Well, I was telling everybody, when we got ready to leave, when we first walked in, when we saw him there at hospice, and I went to hugging him, he's like, "Don't hug me, fucker, that hurts." I told everybody that story, and
We
everybody.
did hug her though. When we got drunk at Texas Roadhouse, we had a good hug. That was
Yeah.
he's a hugger.
Yeah, It was amazing. Oh, I also told everybody about him burning his eyebrows off, trying to light the fucking
Oh my
light the
gosh.
fucking grill.
Like, seriously. And,
Yeah, the
and his arms too.
And his arm, yes, and his
Oh,
arm.
God.
He looked at me and he goes, "Dude, did I really burn my eyebrows off?" And I went, yes,
No.
yes, you did."
Give me a Sharpie. Give me a broom.
His eyelashes. His eyelashes too.
Yeah,
It was a big.
Oh.
you could smell him burning coming from the living room. I mean, he was literally on fire, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he had no business out there. It was too hot for him anyway."
I was
And
wondering
he-
why he's lighting the grill, because he's talking about how hot it is. I'm like, you're lighting a
We
grill?
told him
Because
to
he's so
say-
fucking hard-headed. Even
Yes.
Jim's like, "It's too hot. It's too hot." And he's like, I'll light the fucking grill. Wiggy's doing the stream. I got this. He comes back in and he goes, "Dude, I just faced a fireball." I'm like, "What the
It's
fuck,
so hot out
man?"
there, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
We told him all to go sit his ass down, but he wouldn't listen.
And, and we started the pre-show, and I'm in the living room. He goes outside, out on the back porch, and I'm like, "Dude, it's like 90 degrees out there." He goes, "Well, I'll echo if we're in here." I'm like, "Then go in your bedroom. Don't fucking burn up on the outside." He's so fucking hard-headed, I swear.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Jordan,
All right.
you're
You're
creeping
awesome.
in the
Thank you.
background.
Oh, somebody's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
My neighbor ran out for me because Sophie is having some issues.
Oh.
Yeah, some issues. I don't know what the heck's
I'll
going on.
bet.
Yeah, let's just add something else to my plate.
Right.
You know. I was telling Jeremy earlier that, you know, I was good all day, and then I get in the car, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys saw on Facebook that I posted 2 songs. One was Thousand Years,
Yeah.
and we both fell in love with that song. And it's hard. Brett and I do not like the same music at all because he likes that freaking crazy ass screamo music that I can't stand. And he was going my way though. I mean, he was listening to country. I got him to listen to country.
I've had numerous reports of people telling me that he's already doing it to them. I mean, Cobe said, the first, there's been many people go, I turned the radio on and Fade to Black's on. I don't know how many people told me I've heard Fade to Black. I don't know how many, more than I've heard it in years, just in the past 2 days. And
Mine still fucked with me because I explained it to my wife because I played this Brett song to my wife.
Yeah.
And I explained that because we had 4-hour drive, so our CD player in the car, so we have one disc, and we just listen to that every time we're in the car, or the radio. But when you get certain parts, the radio doesn't work, so you have to listen to the same CD over and over again. So I tried to burn a new CD for this trip, and I added on Brett's song to the 14 tracks or whatever, but the only one that burned was Brett's song. So when I went to do errands before the trip to pick up like waters and jerky, gotta have jerky, and munchies for the car, I put the disc in just to listen to like the soundtrack and everything, and the first song up was Brett's song, and then the next song up was Brett's song, and the one after that was Brett's song, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and it's like playing track 1 of 1 on repeat, and I was like, well, so there was no other tracks recorded because Apple did whatever, so I'm listening to all these to the Brett song over and over again, which is fine because I'm just like jamming out and everything. And then I get home and I pop on Twitter and I find out that while I was listening to Brett, he passed. And I was like, what? And Wiggy's like, he's already fucking with you. Like,
Yeah.
Like, at least he's fucking with me with a good song, you know? It's not
Yeah.
like a Beaver song, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
I would just
that's
like to
surprising.
point out that it's funny that we're finding out after the fact that was y'all's song, because he knows if he admitted that to us, oh no, we're calling him the big giant pussy. What the fuck? No. It's funny.
He, because I'm sure he's told you our story. We've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah.
And, it just, we always you know, we always thought about each other throughout the years, and we've always been in love with each other, and, you know, we're both stubborn. He's a lot stubborner than me, but we were stubborn, and, you know, and when we heard that song, it was just amazing. And then, of course, every time I hear a John Legend sing, what is that, All for Me, or All of Me, that came on twice today. And I looked up and I said, are you effing kidding me? Like, can you stop it already? Because I can't deal with it today. Of all days, I'm trying to prearrange your funeral, and you're screwing with me. Like, really? Like, not a good day, hun.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Brett if that didn't happen. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was, you know, right up into the end. He was having good conversation with someone because, you know, you couldn't understand anything he was saying, but he had a big smile on his face. I mean, he was sleeping, but he was still talking to someone. He had a big smile on his face. So, you know, he went peacefully, and that's a big blessing.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted for him. Was just
I've had a few people ask me. They were like, you know, did he go peacefully? Did he struggle? And I was like, I'm very happy to report he was asleep when he passed, and many people have told me that, you know, they were glad.
That's all I want.
You know, I made
Even for
sure,
me.
Yeah, I made sure. And the hospice nurses are amazing. That organization is just an amazing organization, and they just bent over backwards for our family. And you know, they asked me, you know, Jen, what do you want? And I said, make sure he's sleeping. That's all I want. I want him to not struggle. I don't want him to get agitated. I just want him to sleep. And his body needed it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has not slept.
Yeah, he
Probably
refused. Yeah, he refused to sleep.
Even
And
months before this, he would always be, like, when I check Twitter before I go to bed, because you guys are, I think, 2 hours ahead.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 3 in the morning. He's like, hey, who's up? I'm just like, oh, don't go to bed. I'd love to Skype with you. Because he'd be up. Oh, like, he would not sleep. Because the medication, I know, for me, it's like if I take NyQuil, I'm awake all night. It does the opposite. And I know pain pills do the same kind of thing. So I totally understand where, like, he can't sleep.
Well, a lot of it was he was afraid to go to sleep.
You could
Yeah.
tell he
Yeah.
Of course,
when
you
we
know.
were there, he was just refusing. Like, he's like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
sleep.
You could tell there was one of those, you know, I'm not ready, and if I fall asleep, then, and I'm not ready to go, and I pass, I'm going to be pissed. So.
And, you know, he got to do everything that he wanted to do. He wanted to take the kids to Disney. Excuse me. And hospice made that happen. And granted, he wasn't able to go to Disney, and we weren't at Disney very long. So, I mean, it wasn't a great trip for the adults, but it was a great trip for the kids, and that's something that they'll remember.
Yeah.
And we had Christmas in July, right before Sean and Kim came down.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
awesome.
was
The
I
cats
didn't know about
were
that.
like-
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
We had Christmas in July. That was his favorite holiday. He loved it. He loved watching the kids open presents. You know, and we don't have a lot, so they really appreciate Christmas, you know, because it's not like they get a lot for Christmas or anything. It's just the familyness, you know. So we were able to do that, and then he got his will done, requesting the court that I have guardianship of the kids.
I was wondering if you got a chance to get that completed.
It was completed on Wednesday, and then Thursday he passed. So I think it was just he knew it was his time. He got everything he wanted done. You know, he's stubborn ass. Let me tell you, he was fighting up until the end, and you know, stubborn. I'm like, hon, you can't get up. He would fight me on it, and
You can tell you wasn't exactly happy when he came out to greet us when we got there, because I mean you could tell he was coming out when we got there, regardless of what anybody said. You could tell that he had no business being outside when we got there.
You
And
know,
when we didn't even get through the front door, and he's already there to greet us.
yeah. Yeah, at 2 o'clock in the freaking morning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's just, you know.
But he was always up that time anyway. You know?
Yeah.
It was actually
Right.
probably nothing out of the ordinary. Like, hey.
Yeah, you know, and at that time I wasn't getting any sleep anyway. I was up every 2 hours giving his medication. You know, who needs a freaking RN degree? They should just give me the damn certificate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Well,
they started yelling at me in hospice because I started putting his gel on because you know how I did it at home, and they go, "You can't do that here. Don't let them catch you." And I'm like, "Please, I did this at home. This is nothing." You know,
Yeah.
It's not like I'm injecting him with anything. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
topical stuff. But apparently it was a big no-no, and they're like, "Don't let the nurses see ya." I'm like, whatever. What did they do? Yell at me? Go ahead, try.
What are they gonna do? Kick you out?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Put you in hospice? I don't think so.
Yeah, with 4 kids. Good luck.
That's right. That's what you do. Just go ahead. Put me in here. Then I'll have my kids up here, and then y'all need some more orderlies to take care of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Sophie alone is going to warrant at least 2 orderlies right there.
Oh,
Or just one Dustin.
Oh yeah. Tell me. Oh my goodness.
She's so in love with him. It's like.
I know it's disgusting. And you need to train that child better than to him.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
But she went to show and tell today, and
Oh.
I think I told you this, Kim, didn't I? The show and tell.
Did you hear?
I don't think so.
Hey, here.
She went into show and tell today, and she had Brett's sleeve. You know how he wore it as a do-rag, and she had that angel that hospice gives her, gives all the kids, and she brought it in for show and tell today, and you know she's just she just loves our Lord. I mean, really, prior to this, let me skip back. She a couple months ago, she said, you know, Mama, I just want to go see. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put Jordan on, and then I'll finish the story. I gotta go get stuff for the baby. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you this back to
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want you to know, young man, you started a shitstorm of controversy today. I made one comment because, you know, I'm Uncle Wiggy and I'm going to send you something, and everybody in their world, I thought you gave all those away.
Oh, yeah, dude, what the hell, man?
I swear I got 10,
Squid Grips. I gave mine away, you fuck.
I got 10 messages going, I thought you gave all those away. I was like, okay, people, tap the break. I am going to purchase some and mail them to him. Oh. I felt bad that I did because I told him, I was like, hey, if there's any left over, you know, then, you know, I'll get you a pair of them. And, of course, we gave them all out, and I was like, you know, don't worry, I'll get you some. So I mentioned today, I was like, hey, because he said something about a giveaway. I was like, don't worry about a giveaway. If you want Squid Grips, I'll send you some. And as soon as I said that, I thought you gave all those away. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. And then it was bing, 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 bing. I was like, oh, there we go. I sent that out. I was like, just for the record, people, they were all given away. And then Johnny goes, so you didn't give them all away? I was like, oh, shake fist. That's what happens when you put it yourself up on the tee like that. They're gonna fucking knock it down the fairway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a few around here I got to give out. I got to take Godly Hers. Of course, I'm going to deliver those in person, naked. Oh wait, no, she's in the chat. I shouldn't have said that. That's all right. You know, she's SpongeBob, so you know, I just had to throw some water on her. She'll be fine.
There you go.
That'll cool her off. You know, with my hotness.
You'll melt your pineapple, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'll take a pineapple with me and a one of those burgers. What are they called?
Good.
With the what are they called? The Krusty Krab burgers.
Yeah.
Krabby Patty.
There you go.
Krabby Patty, there you go.
Krabby Patties. Yes, of course.
They taste a little bit fishy.
Yeah, and I think the main reason for the hangout was, to let everybody know when the funeral was going to be, and that if they were going to send flowers or whatever, in lieu of flowers, just make sure you send, even if it's you take half of that donation money that you would send for flowers and send that amount to the GoFundMe, I assure you, that money will go farther than flowers will. And matter of fact, is what we were talking about. If you wanted to send flowers, send them all to Knife Happy. He'll give everybody the address, and he'll be happy to collect all the flowers that you were willing to send.
I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat what I told Wiggy, okay? My opinion with flowers in general, but especially for funerals and stuff, is, okay, the person somebody died, okay, you want to say, I'm thinking about this person, so why do you send them something else they have to watch die?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or something else they have to take care of when they don't even feel like
And they're so expensive. It's so expensive. Send the money, not the flowers.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
Especially when it's so easy to send the money. I mean, it's a click, couple of clicks, done.
GoFundMe, put the link. Go there.
Yep, I'm about to tweet out the link right now. And if you're watching the stream and you want to know the best thing to do, go to this link and something.
We're gonna hit that.
That's gonna make a difference.
Your kids are gonna have a good Christmas this year.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, we're up more.
We are
up before Christmas.
We are up more.
Now.
Yep, 4740.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's awesome.
We're gonna do like
I'm not gonna cry now, okay? I'm not.
No, you don't, because if you do, I'm gonna lose my shit. So don't even do it. Nobody cries in front of me except for me.
My wife was talking to me when we were coming over here, and she was like, it's really weird how you go online and you start playing, a game, and then you start talking to people, via Twitter and everything, and then you get like a group. So instead of going out to the bars on, the Fridays and Saturdays, we go and pick up a six-pack, which is cheaper, and we sit at home where it's safe. We can drink that beer and have all the bullshit conversations we want for the next 4 hours or 5, 6, 7 hours, depending on the night. And you're at home, and it's a good time with the same group of people.
Yep.
And that's awesome. And you connect. And the thing that I didn't notice until I met Wiggy in person was that if I get along with you online, we will get along in person. And when I met Wiggy, we got along like...
It was instant.
Damn.
Yeah, it was instant.
If me and Brett would have got together, it would have been a good time. And that's just that's how it is. Like that's the real you. When you're playing with people and you're talking, like that is you. So that's the real you, and everybody gets to see that. And if they cling to it, yes. If not, whatever. But our group is just a great group, dude, and we're fucking family.
Yep.
It was so funny. I have to tell you a story because it was so funny. Brett came to me a couple weeks ago, I guess, Sean, when you were setting things up with Brett. And he goes, yeah, Wiggy's coming out, his wife and his son. And I go, I don't know these people. I have not talked to these people.
That is exactly true. When we got there, she didn't know us from Adam. But
well, then I was worried because then he was in hospice. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know these people. I've never met them, never talked to them, and I am not good in a situation where I don't know people. That's why, you're lucky I'm even on here. I'm getting really nervous. You're
doing awesome.
Yeah, you're doing fine, John.
You're doing fine.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, please, Lord, like, just...
It's freaking me out seeing Reverend in the...
Yeah.
Like...
So it was... I'm glad you guys came, but it's freaking me out a little bit. I'm like, oh.
Right. Once we got there, it was like,
instant.
Well, this will tell you everything you need to know, guys. At the end of the stream night, you know, Jen had to go somewhere. We were watching the kids.
And there wasn't a second hesitation about it. I was like, you go. I'm watching the kids.
Yeah, we got this.
We'll take care of this. Go. Do what you need to do.
I mean, and that was hours in between the time she met us and the time she was leaving us with her 4 children.
I have to have references for my babysitters. I play Call of Duty with your husband. Sure, watch them.
I mean, it was so good. I'm pretty sure that their youngest Sophie would have been in the car if Dustin hadn't let go of her. Which I'm not really certain he was willing to do unless I was threatening to choke him out.
I'm like, yeah, you can take an older one. Wait, you can't take Jordan because he's the one that helps the most.
Right.
Yeah, it was a great time, and he really enjoyed it, and he was just so happy that the live stream went on.
Yeah.
So you guys were amazing to take that on because
I
am not electronically savvy.
Well, you would think by the time the stream started that I wasn't either. We only went through 3.
I know I did think that, actually. I was like, 24-hour stream started. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
But you guys went longer, so it actually worked out.
Yeah. It worked out. We made sure we were official because we didn't want anybody going, no, you only went 23 hours. Oh, dear God. Okay, we'll fire it up for an hour.
I tell you what,
dude, I was just disliking the video.
Yeah, we were. Man, I'll tell you what, I was on fumes there at the end.
Because we had driven 21 hours prior to that, and then we only slept a few hours before we had to get up and get ready for the stream too.
And while it was self-inflicted, we drove down to the Keys, so the drive home was 25 hours.
Yeah, it was worse on the way back.
Man, that was brutal.
You gotta drive faster.
No,
I mean, Texas takes like 24 hours to drive through.
It took us 14 to get out of friggin' Florida. I thought I got so sick of seeing Tallahassee on the damn sign.
I thought it takes 14 hours to get like a quarter way through Texas.
Oh, dear Lord. I'm telling you, at the Keys, I mean, we're almost as far as you can get, as close as you can get to Cuba as you possibly can. And when we got to Orlando, I was like, dear God, we're not even out of Florida yet. She goes, fuck, no, we're not even a quarter out of Florida. I went, oh, dear God.
You can still see the Cubans swimming from here.
That was horrible.
and on top of it, while we're down in the Keys, I'm telling you, I'm grill to grill with about a 5-foot barracuda. Yeah, oh, it was huge.
No thanks.
Oh, it was good times. Well, the thing about it is they were state protected. He knew I wasn't there to get him, and he wasn't interested in me because I wasn't lean enough.
Jordan peed in my tushy. Did you see the back scratcher?
Your camera's frozen.
Yeah, the camera's frozen. It just keeps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
It's a pain in the butt.
I'm actually really loving it because I get to see the Reverend Sick symbol.
Right.
So I like it. Sorry.
Oh, what was
That's the weirdest thing about doing these things.
Oh, about Sophie and her show and tell.
Oh yeah, so she had a show and tell. So she had that sleeve, and then she had, and then she had her angel. And then what happened was she had show and tell today, so she brought her stuff out, and the kids were looking at her, and she's nice happy.
They have a home phone. Who fucking has one of those now?
I just knew you was gonna reach over and throw that son bitch across the room.
I'm like this close. It rings and then it goes bam, 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 like a digital voice. So you know what technology is? It's not a rotary. I'm sorry. Continue. If it rings again, I'll mute myself. Or you'll just see me just like throw shit and then I'll fuzz out.
That's like Brett. He can throw shit too.
I'm sorry.
next time-
I apologize. I apologize.
It rings again. He's gonna pick up the phone. Quit fucking calling.
I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go 90s style and star 69 them, and then.
You're like, dude, I'm doing a live stream right now. You should
Yeah.
All the young kids watching are like, "What's star 69? Like sex thing?"
That's not real.
No.
I've never heard that noise before.
I know. What's
What?
a rotary phone?
What's a rotary phone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, hold on.
Alright, anyway,
I'm gonna levitate
anyways.
over the mute. If that happens again, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Don't worry. It's funny your face.
Oh.
Hey, let me tell you something. The F-bombs were about to start flowing because that's how he rolls.
My father-in-law last night, everything he keeps, he thinks that the Best Buy date, you can go 10 years beyond that. So when he brings you something to eat, you don't eat it because chances are that cream is like 10 years old or expired. So last night, if you watch the stream, you'll see Amigo like be like, what? And he hands me this plate with like these hors d'oeuvres or something, and I'm like, and I set it here, and then like 5 minutes later, my wife comes in, and then you see me dump it into the trash. Look, there's one.
Look, it's still petrified. Look at that.
Yeah.
It still smells as bad as it did. Just, okay,
Okay, go ahead.
Show and tell.
I'm getting delirious now. All right. So we were. Anyway, she was. I'm not delirious. I'm gonna smack you upside your head, son.
I got a back here.
He's like his father, a smartass.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
All four of them.
They are just like their daddy.
Yeah. All four of them. So anyway, she was at show and tell, and she, her teachers knew what happened, because I've been keeping them updated of things that happened, because Sophia has been having temper tantrums, which is not like her. She's usually an easygoing kid, and the past couple weeks she's been throwing a lot of temper tantrums. So I've been letting them know, it's getting worse, and it's probably not going to be long. And she went into show and tell today, and she goes, this was my daddy's, and hospice gave me this angel to remind me of my daddy. And we go, okay. The kids are like, all these little 3-4-year-olds are like, okay. And she goes, my daddy's in heaven. And everybody started crying.
Oh.
The kids
Wow.
started crying. She, and she's like, my daddy's in heaven with Jesus. And last night when I told her what happened, she said it wasn't fair that Daddy got to see Jesus before she did.
Great.
Daddy had to one-up me again.
Yeah.
It's
She was mad.
just like Disney World all over again. Daddy cut in line, Mommy.
Daddy played the handicap card in heaven too. That works there. Yes, it does.
Does say, Mommy, we don't have to buy the zip pass, do we?
Dude, the wait line through the gate is infinity. Forever.
She just looked at me, and she's got a lot of facial expressions. She's just so
She sure
funny.
does.
She's just 4 years old. She's just she's smarter than a whip, and she's just so smart. And she just looked at me and she goes, well, Daddy's in heaven? And I said, yeah. I said, you can't see him anymore. And of course I lost it yesterday, and I was telling her, and she looked at me and she goes, I'm not going to see my daddy anymore. And I said, no, you can't see him anymore. And they go, and she goes, well, I said, he'll see you from heaven with Jesus. And she goes, you mean Daddy's with Jesus? And I said, yeah, Daddy's with Jesus. And she goes, well, that's unfair.
Isn't it though?
Alrighty then.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. She was just like so mad that he got to see Jesus before. She's like, I wanted to see Jesus.
It wouldn't surprise me if Sophie's thinking, what do I got to do to see Jesus around here?
You know, seriously, it better not happen anytime soon. I don't
No
think I can
kidding.
handle it.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's the one guy I want to see, like, I don't give a fuck. I wait for a long, long time. I was like, dude, you can be in the back of the line, man. I'll get there.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead. That's okay. I'm.
Knife Happy's going to be like, man, I cut like 10 times. You better send me to the back.
Letting people in front of me, I'm like, hey, there you go, man. Climb back in.
Matter of fact, y'all just kick me out of the park. I'll just go party back on the regular land there.
That's
Yeah.
like when you're in the express lane and you have like 12 items and somebody comes up and they only have 2. You're like, no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
You only got 2 of these.
You're
Go
good.
ahead.
You're
Yeah,
good. I
you
got
do
way
that?
more shit to work out down there.
I never let the people with 2 items because they pull out like a book of coupons and then
Oh,
it
yeah.
rings up right and they're like, this is supposed to be $1.29 and it rang up $1.30. And they have to have like this whole 20-minute conversation with like the guy and they go and
Yeah.
they check the price. I'm like, I'll give you $2 to get the fuck out of my way.
I've had those experiences, especially down here.
It's like I'm in the express line. It means I'm in a hurry.
Yeah, it's like just put my shit put her shit on my bill and let her go.
Oh, buy your Gatorade. Just get the fuck out of my
Oh shit.
Look.
Oh.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys were able to, you know, party up last night. You know.
Oh, last night it was surreal.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, because I'm pretty sure there was nothing that wasn't covered last night, including me.
Yeah.
Throwing up in a cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a large evacuation on my part.
You know why you threw up, Hope? Or, God damn, I keep trying to call you
I
Hope.
refused to clean it up because
No, the reason why you had to throw up, Wiggy,
Yeah.
is because you were laughing too much.
Well, that and I'm supposed to wait a half hour before I eat, and
He drank.
I drank
eating.
behind eating. That does not bode well for my newly formed stomach. If I do everything the way I'm supposed to do, I don't have any problems. It's when I deviate from that, it's when I turn into the patient from hell.
Mm.
But he's so fucking hard-headed.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, cheers to that.
It's not nice to talk about Brett like that. Oh, you're talking about me. Oh, okay. Okay.
Maybe that's why y'all are buddies.
Yeah, that's why we were buddies. It's the same fucking hard head.
His mom said today, she goes, you know, he was so damn stubborn even up to the end. And I said, ain't that the truth?
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I mean, when the man is so weak he can't walk, yet he has to walk around and fall. I guarantee you.
Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me.
This is the other thing too. Okay, so he got tired and he went down to one knee, and I went to pick him up. He grabs a hold of me like he wants me to pick him up. As I'm picking him up, he goes, "No, fuck that. That hurts. Get away from me."
Let me down here to think about this for a couple minutes.
It was so funny because Jen's like, "No, come help him. He's got to." I reached down there to grab him and like, "All right, I got you. He's like, "Fuck off! It hurts. Get away from me."
What are we supposed to do? Leave you in the house?
Yeah, and then knowing he's too weak to get up, he just drags his ass out of the floor. I was like, "Oh my God, you're killing me just watching you do that." He goes, he goes, "Killing you? What the fuck?" He did that the whole time.
He had such a, wacky sense of humor.
He did, and he hated it that he couldn't be up the whole time we were doing that because he had to lay down a lot. But every time he'd come in, he's like, "Where are we at?" I'm like, "We're fucking sleepy over here."
Like, you're sleepy. I'm the one who haven't slept.
Yeah, he goes, "I haven't slept." He goes, "I haven't slept in a month, and you're fucking sleepy. Suck it up, pussy." But again, that's exactly what I knew I was getting into. So I got what I deserved.
He was just.
I still think, just to sum him up, the thing about him that, besides his face, I'll never forget his fucking face because I had to stare at it for weeks on end as I sculpted it.
In great detail.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Well, hey, like I said, I put the other half of his face on, so that's better. Was whenever he came on to say that his cancer spread, and when he said, I'm gonna be dead soon and everything, and everybody was just, crying and everything. Like less than 2 minutes later, everybody's laughing because it went from there on to something else, and it just took everybody's mind off it, including Brett's, and it's just like it was just laughter, all the time.
Yeah.
Like even after the bad news, it was the laughter that followed immediately.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
It was never negative very long. It was like it wasn't allowed.
No.
Yeah, it didn't matter if he didn't allow it or we didn't allow it. Something was transitioning away from everybody being sad because it just didn't work. It's like in our circle, being sad, it didn't last very long.
Laughter killed everything but the cancer.
Yeah, that was the only thing we couldn't get rid of.
Yeah. Even when we went, like I was kind of scared because I've been.
Oh, okay.
This is not the time for play.
Hey, you see? Go.
I was kind of scared because I went through it with my mom, and we've seen so many people go through it, and I was like, not to mention, seeing the kids and all that, like, how am I going to feel about this? Is this going to stir up old memories and, things that I've went through with watching my mom and my father-in-law and my stepfather-in-law? I mean, just so many people. And it wasn't like that at all. I mean, he was really sick when we were there. He couldn't keep anything down and, with all the medicines and everything. But it's almost like I don't even remember that part of it. I remember the laughing and the joking and, the fun part of it. I don't remember all of that stuff. Wasn't focused on it.
Even through all of that, I mean, the whole time we were there, it was a good time. It really was.
And I'm glad you guys were there. Again, I said it last night. I'm glad you were there. You represented all us gamers that could not be there.
Yep. That's the way I felt too. Everybody was.
If we could have been there, that would have been a full fucking house.
Yeah.
Right.
Brett would have told you to get the fuck out.
I think he probably would have. He'd be like, all right, you get the fuck out. You're cool. You get the fuck out. You get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Taking
EXT with
I can hear him now going, look, this isn't a live action hangout. Y'all gonna have to fuck off.
He would have too.
Yeah, he would have.
Especially because he was notorious whenever we would start the stream, we'd be like, okay, everybody shut the fuck up. It would have been, everybody shut the fuck up every 15 minutes. Y'all are going to have to shut the fuck up. I can't even think straight.
I still think his headset was so sensitive to, like, everything. If we're in a live stream and I drop a pin, he'd be like, Knife Happy, mute your mic. Fuck. That's so loud. Ugh.
Yeah.
I want to let you all know that I am taking a game controller and putting it up at the funeral.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Away from controller.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because he is on you guys all the time.
And thank you for, even though he wanted it, thank you for not putting the zombie bust up, because that would really kind of make me feel uncomfortable about it, and everybody else as well. So,
yeah.
Hey, some things the wives have more control over, and we just say, no, that's it.
Yeah.
He's looking down and be like, okay, yeah, you're right. That'd be fucked up if you did that.
You know what he's saying? He's going, sure, like I can fucking do anything about it now.
He's still trying to move the penny up the door. Patrick Swayze, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now he's looking at Patrick Swayze going, you're full of shit, motherfucker.
Penny ain't going nowhere.
He told me we had a lot of ghost experiences in our house, and I remember the one time I was in the shower and I just got this really big chill, and he goes, "I'm gonna do that to you when I'm gone." I go, "Fucking not!" And he goes, "Oh yeah," and I said, "I know you are." Because he's gonna do it. I know he's gonna do it. I mean, here he starts screwing with me today, you know, with the music and stuff. But when I saw that picture that Aaron posted of him and Heisenberg, I was like, "Damn cat!" He wanted that cat so bad.
He told me he was fully convinced that damn cat had to have been one of the ghosts that was in the house. He was like, that cat is possessed." He goes, I can't explain
That cat is
it.
possessed. I swear to God, it attacked me. Like the two mornings we were there, it come running through the damn house, attacking that tree. I'm like,
Oh, it fucked that tree up, and
God.
whenever it attacks the tree, it goes, meow, meow, meow.
That cat is weird.
It's kind of creepy in itself.
If we'd have been there after this had happened, I'd have swear Brett took it over and it was going, move the tree now, move the tree now.
Yeah, I told Sean and Kim already, but when we had our Christmas in July, it was Thursday, and they came on Friday. So we still have the Christmas, we still have it up. But he told me on Wednesday, right before he passed, he goes, are you gonna keep the Christmas tree up? And I said, I don't know. Do you want me to keep the Christmas? He goes, take that damn tree down.
Yep. I know. I was talking to him the one night when they were planning it. He says, I don't know why we need a fucking tree up.
Yeah, that's what he told me too. He's like, aren't the fucking gifts enough? Do we have to have a tree?
I'm like, dude, it wouldn't be Christmas in July without the damn tree.
And after I said the same thing to him, he goes, fuck, I guess.
Yeah.
I can just picture him like having a hangnail and be like, I got cancer and I got a fucking hangnail too? Really? What the fuck?
You know, his I don't know, Sean, if you saw, but his hands were cracking so bad at the end.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So dehydrated, and he was getting pissed because he's like, I couldn't even play games if I wanted to.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because his fingers were so bad.
Yeah, that's what he told me. Because I asked him, I said, do you want to play a couple of games in the live stream? He goes, dude, I can't hold the controller. And I was like, well, you know, I'll hold the controller. You just move the little analogs. He goes, no, if I can't do it all the way, fuck that shit. He goes, I'm no fucking invalid. I may be dying, but I ain't dead yet.
Dude, it's Call of Duty. You just go sit in a corner and hit one button with one
well,
finger.
I told him, I'm like, if 4-year-olds can do this shit, you're not too good to be a 4-year-old quick scoping.
Yeah. Just 2 buttons. You can do it with your feet.
Yeah.
Sit in the corner.
I told him, I said, there are gamers that do it with their feet, dumbass.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, stop crying. I'm not crying. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Jordan's worried that I'm crying. I'm just laughing.
Well, she'll be crying once I get topless here in a minute. Then the tears will be flowing.
That's because she's laughing so damn hard.
It's about it. It's for the laughter.
Hey, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. The ends meet the end. What is it? The ends meet the means. What the fuck? Never mind. Don't pay attention.
You lost me.
I guess I need to take.
Justify the means.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
How does that have to do with nipples? I have no idea.
Well, the nipples are the end of my man tits, so there. I guess that's where it came into play.
Who knows what they say in Texas?
Oh.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including
Well,
nipples.
Technically, they don't say anything. They just throw shit.
No, they get their rifles out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got that concealed handgun law. They'll blow your nipples off at 20 paces.
She came in the house. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, Wiggy, your wife has breasts? I'm sorry, I just noticed.
Well, that rumor has it she does.
Turtle
Apparently,
Kane wants you to do jumping jacks.
they're
Hospital bill if I do jumping jacks.
if you do that, people are gonna think I beat the shit out of you with your black eyes.
Yeah, they're gonna think Wiggy keyed his own car.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the thing from last night. Don't key your own car.
Domestic abuse.
Domestic abuse. Yeah, you remember now. Probably remember better than I do. I vaguely remember that happening. That was
But
early in
it's
the night.
recorded, so we can watch it forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a question. I went to the Twitch page to see on a 24-hour
It's not
live
up
stream.
yet?
No.
I want to ask Unthrown, because when you go to the Twitch thing, it says highlights, and it's their highlights. So when does it happen where it shows the highlights from your stream? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to see too, because
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I would let it play all day at work and let it go.
I love it. Yeah, especially whenever like late. Yeah. There's certain parts I want to see it again.
Yeah, the one thing that I can say is, I mean, with all of this going on and how I am, I have yet to go back and watch one of our hangouts that he's in, but I'm going to. I haven't actually had the courage to do it yet, but I'm going to. And
I've watched a couple.
I started to click on one today, and I was like, I can't do this at work.
The one I clicked on, well, it wasn't a hangout. It was one of his videos. It was I'm gonna fight this to the bitter end.
Oh, right.
I watched that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird, man. He was such a big.
The way I describe him when somebody asked me today, they're like, "How would you describe him?" I was like, he was larger than life. He really was.
And
he had an amazing voice. Amazing voice.
I didn't even really communicate with him all that much, and I lost it.
Yeah.
When Sean told me.
Yeah. When I told Kimberly, she was just as shook up about it as I was.
And I only know him like I know you guys, you know, just from seeing you on the stream and Sean talking about him.
And I knew how bad he was, and I think I even told you earlier in the day, Knife Happy, that he may not make the day. But when Jen called me and told me, I lost it. I was like, I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't. I wasn't prepared.
Well, I'm sure it didn't help that I was bawling my eyes out when I was telling
Well, I was right there with you. I was right there with you. I'm sure
I could not keep it together yesterday.
I mean, we had about a 2-minute conversation. I may have said 3 words.
Yep.
I may have, because I was so choked up. I
There's
couldn't
nothing
breathe.
to say at that point. Just
Yeah.
there's no control. You can't control anything. Like you are just a helpless voyeur. You have to watch. It's just no.
Well, I think what was it for me was I've been strong for so long, just keeping everything together and keeping everything normal as possible for the kids and doing what I had to do, working and early in the diagnosis, even chemo, I was working, going to school and everything and taking care of the kids and taking care of the house. And it was all on me. His parents helped out by taking him to chemo and stuff, but it was me doing everything else. And I just felt like this is what I need to do, and I just kept everything together. And then I think everything yesterday just came out, and nobody could talk to me yesterday. I was just so, I was devastated. He was my best friend. We've known each other since we were kids, and it just brought me back to when, a couple weeks ago when I told the kids that Dad was dying, and our youngest son, he's autistic, and he said to me, well, Mom, who's going to make you laugh? Who's going to take you out on dates? Who's going to watch movies with you? Who's going to hold your hands? And who's going to, cuddle with you? And I said, I got 4 kids. I said, who needs anybody else? And I said, you guys are plenty enough for me. You guys are handfuls. I'm trying to make a joke. That's how we've always dealt with it. It's just joking around.
Yeah.
And he goes, Mom, you're going to be so lonely. And I said, I'm never going to be lonely. I have you guys. And it broke my heart when he said that, because he wasn't thinking about himself. He was thinking about us. He was thinking about me. Because he knew what we were going through, and he just cared about me, and it just, I had to walk away because I was crying, after we had a talk.
Well, whether they were willing to accept it or not, they got a instant extended family.
And they love you guys.
Oh yeah.
They love you guys.
It was so, like I said, it was so surreal because, Jen talked about, I don't know these people, and I kind of had the same type of reservations. I'm like, we're going to be in their house, and we don't know Jen, and, but, Sean's like, it'll be fine. We're there for, one cause, and we're there to help, and, no matter what, even if it is weird, we're doing this for them. So, whatever the circumstances are when we get there, we're doing this for them. And, Sean just kept reminding me, what if this was you? What if this was us? And then I said, there's not a lot of chances that come along where you can give freely of yourself, where you have an opportunity to take advantage, to help somebody else, and not ask for anything in return. And we didn't want anything. We were there to help and to do what we could in any way. And, I think the kids saw that, and they were just like, and Jen too, I mean, it was just weird. It was just an immediate connection, and
y'all made us feel as welcome as if we'd been there 100 times.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely my pleasure because you guys helped out so much, and I just love you guys. I love you all. You guys have donated your time and just love and support, and that just means so much to us and our, the kids. You didn't make them feel like something was bad was going on. You just kept it happy for them, and I so appreciate that. I've been trying to keep it as normal as possible for them. So that was just a blessing to have that done.
Even doing the puzzle with Sophie and, making Owen an omelet for breakfast, just the little stuff. It was...
And that boy can eat.
Yeah.
I've never seen a bigger smile than when he asked me, will you make an omelet for me? And I was like, sure. I was going to make scrambled eggs anyway. It won't be nothing to make a ham
I've
omelet.
never seen a kid chew with a smile on his face. He was doing it.
I remember when Aaron and I were down there, first night they were there, kids got up the next morning for school. Owen walks out, he looks at Brett, and he goes, they snore loud. Because we were on the floor in front of the couch in the back room there, the kids' living room.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. That was so
funny. Sophie goes, when the night that Jen stayed at the hospice center with Brett, because we really weren't sure he was going to make it through that night, and I told, you need to be there just in case, if it was me, I would want to be there. So I told her, I'll, like I said, take the kids and everything, and trying to explain to Sophie that, Mom was going to go and she's going to stay here with us. She's like, I'm going with them, and Jen's like, no, they're going to stay here. They're going to stay here? Where are you going to
be? She's like, but I don't know them. But, of course, And all in all, Dustin was there, so therefore she was fine.
All okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin was awesome, dude.
No,
Dustin's great.
I'm telling you, I couldn't have done it without him because at one point I was falling asleep behind the controller.
Yeah, and you know, it was awesome that Jordan got to get on too. That was really awesome.
Yeah, and I was glad because I was kind of egging him on the whole night. I was like, oh no, you do, you know, and you could tell he was kind of nervous about it. And I was like, it doesn't matter whether you do good or bad. It's about, you know, spending time and so everybody can see you.
Yeah.
And know that you're Brett's son and that you're taking part in your dad's live stream. I said that'll mean more to him than anything. And by the time I went to sleep, he hadn't gotten on yet. When I woke up, him and Dustin were playing, and when I woke up, I said, "Good, I'm glad."
Yeah, and that put a huge smile on Park's face. He was so happy.
Yeah.
He was so proud of him.
Well, I kept telling him because he was like, "Is it time for bed yet? Is it time for bed yet?" And you know, I knew I was like, you know, he needs to get on. You know, if he wants to, he needs to get on. So him and Dustin kind of was hanging out while Sean and I was in the living room doing, you know, like some of the giveaways and stuff. And I was like, okay, you know, Haley's bedtime. You know, Sophie bedtime, Owen bedtime. And he kind of looked at me. He was like, do I have to go to bed? I was like, no, just, you know, pretend like you're going to bed. And so he was like, okay. And so, but I didn't plan on him staying up all night, though. And next thing I know, he's up still the next morning making Sean coffee at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we make a Red Box run. Oh, my God. I didn't tell you.
Oh, yeah, you probably don't even know about that.
Oh, yes, I do. Jordan told me.
And I told him, I'm like,
I put my wife and your child in harm's way. She said I almost pulled a knife on a dude.
I did. We were up at the Winn-Dixie, was it?
Yeah.
At the Winn-Dixie, and as I'm getting out of the car, there's this just weird guy walking. He's got a backpack, and I told Jordan, I said, okay, I've got a pocket knife in my console. I'm going to pull it out.
He's packing.
I said, you tell me if something happens or if because he had passed us. And I'm like, you watch him, Jordan. If he turns around, I'm stabbing him and running. He lost it. He died laughing. He was like, oh, my God.
See, I'm happy.
In my Red Box rental. Like,
See, I'm happy.
Everybody go to a Red Box, dude.
You don't have the exclusive on the knifing. I got one here that'll knife you quick.
Here, when I go to Red Box, I take this.
Well, you
The
know,
coffee at 300 is mine.
Yeah, her baby blade's about that long.
But it'll, you stab somebody.
You'll give them tetanus. That's adorable.
She's like, I'll get you between the ribs, you fucker.
I'll paper cut you real bad.
I'll paper cut you.
It's pretty. I mean, it's not, you know, nothing.
I'll give you a hangnail.
That'll be enough to piss him off for sure.
Yeah.
All it's gonna take, I can stab him in the eye if I can reach
No,
it.
at that point, if I was doing anything, even just walking, and the chick pulls out this little tiny knife, I'd be like, okay, this is a crazy bitch. It's like, is this crazy enough to pull this little toothpick on me? Yeah, I don't even want to know.
Yeah. That's like she's trying to stab him with a coney stick. She's like, come on, I'll do it.
A Hawaiian drink umbrella stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
This just came out of a pina colada. It's sterile. I'll do it.
I'll stab one of the three of you.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, I gotta take off because I gotta be up at 4:30.
All right.
Yeah,
Very good, sir.
unfortunately, I do too, because the baby needs me.
Okay. Well,
She's off.
you have a good night, and if you need me, you get a hold of me. It don't matter what time it is.
That was still funny tonight, though, me calling you. Just trying to
Oh
call
God, yeah, we got to tell that story.
Oh yeah.
Close out with this one. So we're like, we need to call Jen and, you know, check on her, see how she's doing, and then to find out about, you know, telling everybody their arrangements and all. I pick up my cell phone to call her, and I'm like, what's going on? She's not answering the phone.
She's worried because you're not answering.
And I'm like, I hope everything's okay, you know, and then it's about 2 rings in, and Sean's phone starts ringing, and I'm like...
I was like, what are you, fucking calling me?
I look at it, I didn't hit the wrong button or something, and I'm like, no, it says Jen. And as it goes to voicemail, he answers it. He's like, who is this? 727. What? I don't know that number. And it's her calling Sean, and I'm calling her. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
That's a true story, ladies and gentlemen. That's a true story.
Technology.
I picked up the phone. I said, "Were your ears burning?" She goes, "No, I don't think so." I was like, "Well, they
Is
should
this a
have."
booty call?
I should have picked it up. Jack stabbing cabin. You kill him, we chill him. Stab him, we slab him.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Everybody, bye, everybody.
All right, bye everybody.
And
Thank you.
the journey to 15K continues.
That's right. We're not ending until the wheels fall off. We may get to
Not
30.
stopping.
GoFundMe.
We're hitting Brett's goal. We will
That's
hit
right.
it.
GoFundMe.com/SmashBaggetCancer. Actually, I think it's / I keep saying backslash.
Click the
Damn.
link. Nobody types shit in
Hey,
anymore. Copy paste.
we'd have like 10,000 if I'd give out the right fucking address.
Right?
The people that have the reverse thing, they're like, man, we're making a lot of this money to pay for these
Yeah.
people. out."
I'm sure they're thinking, Wiggy the ultimate troll. We can't give money to a bad address, dumbass.
He's probably yelling at you from
I
heaven.
don't know what I can help now, but I'm in it too. You know,
We're going to put you on the poll.
Yeah. You're going to work.
Don't know.
You're
That
going
might
to
scare
work.
some people away.
Well, if we put you on the poll, we know at least Terrible
Yeah.
Payne will be throwing money.
Oh, yeah.
And you know those black Indians have mad casino money.
Oh, it's funny. All right, we're going to end on that one.